too much of information and so difficult to remember them all? Yes, this is the problem we are all facing today. If you are also someone who want to learn fast and also remember whatever you learn, then stop scrolling and watch this video till the end, because today in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to use mind mapping to learn, remember and retain any information way faster than the traditional methods. And by the end of this video, you will learn how to create your own mind maps even if you are doing it for the first time. Now, let's be honest. Most of us read, study, watch things in outdated manner. We read things in long paragraphs and sentences, then try to highlight sentences, and then we expect that our brain will remember all of that. But research has proven that our brains don't work that way. There are enough scientific evidences today that our brain learns and remembers through connections and associations. Yes, brain loves to remember things using visuals, connections, images, and all of that, and not in terms of long sentences, bullet points, and paragraphs. And the best part, that's exactly how mind mapping will help you to remember things. Mind mapping is like downloading your brain on a piece of paper or a digital tool so that you can break down any complex idea into simpler, digestible chunks in the form of a tree, almost like a tree with its branches, and ensure that whatever you read, all of that stick to your brain like glue. So, without any further delay, let me show you how to create a mind map step by step. So let's take an example. Imagine that your problem that you're facing right now is you want to be more productive. Now, this is a very common problem, and hence I have chosen this topic. Okay, so the problem that we are taking today is I want to be more productive. So I have to write the word how to be productive, or just the word productive, or something related term that I'm going to sort or solve using mind mapping the center of the paper. Okay, so at the center of the paper I'm writing down how to be productive. So that's rule number 1. Always start at the center of the paper, unlike in traditional methods where we write from top to bottom. Step number 2, create your main branches. Now you could create anywhere between 4 to 7 branches. 7 is the optimum one, whereas 4 is minimum. So let's start. So let's say you want to create at least 4 branches for how to be more productive. So you start with time management, energy levels, habits, your focus areas, and you write down all of those in 4 branches. Ensure that your lines are not very rigid, but organically they just start, with free hand you can draw the lines. Now, the best part is now this 4 or 5 topics that you have written around the central topic are like your core pillars of the mind map. Step number 3, expand these 4 branches and make more child branches. For example, under time management, you could add Pomodoro technique and find out that, okay, after lunch, I feel very lazy to do any fresh work, or I don't feel like doing all the creative stuff post lunch. Let me work in Pomodoros, like 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest, 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest. So I'll do this for 2 to 3 cycles. So you write down exactly Pomodoro technique, what is the time that you are going to follow this. So branch out and keep writing down unless you fix, okay, this is the time of the day when I feel unproductive, and hence I'm going to use Pomodoro techniques. And then maybe under next time management, you could say that, okay, I'll be blocking every 15 days, 2 days for my family. So I don't have to think about, taking family for a trip or something, or whatever stuff the important ones, not the urgent ones, but the important tasks that you need to do in terms of your personal development, or at your family level, whatever, you are blocking some calendar dates there. So you write down there. Next could be, that you are very creative, very productive in the morning hours. So let's say you are working for 90 minutes at a stretch, right after waking up and after your exercise or whatever. So you put that. So you start putting those things, and you know exactly what time of the day you're productive, what time of the day you're not productive, when you can put which work. You map out all of that. And now what happens is you suddenly see all of that from your brain, downloading it into the paper. Whatever will work, whatever will not work, you are all seeing it visually. And that is going to create the difference. Now you can repeat the same exercise for habits. Let's say, what are the habits you think are not productive and you want to remove it? So let's say you take a lot of breaks, coffee breaks, during your work hours, and you say, okay, for the first 3 hours, I'm not going to take any coffee break or any kind of break, no talking, nothing, no email checking, no phone calls, nothing. I'm going to just put down all my energy in being productive in doing that one task that is most important for the day. So something like that, and you write down all those. Or maybe this habit is going to improve my personal productivity, or something like whatever it is. Write down all those habits, what habits you need to stop, what habits you need to start, what habits you need to add on. Map it all out. Next, you can repeat the same thing for the other branches. Like, what are your focus areas? For example, you are making this map you want to review and refresh this map every 30 days. So for the next 30 days, what are your focus areas? Map it out, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever branches. Next, again, energy levels. Check out, is it that your energy levels are low all the time and you don't feel like you are at your 100% most of the days, and hence you are unproductive? So is it because of your sleep routine? Is it because of your food? Is it because of too much screen time? Or what is it? So map it out, keep adding branches and sub branches till you have downloaded all of that thoughts, whatever you were thinking, all of that into the paper. Now, once it is all there, remember to use colors, images, emojis, or anything that makes the information stick to your brain, because when you use colors, small images, some doodling, some art inside your mind map, you are actually telling your brain that this is very important, and in the process your brain remembers it all. Don't be worried if you are not a person like who would love to mind map on a piece of paper. You can go and use digital tools, and the other way around. If you are not comfortable all the time using digital tools and you want time to relax and actually take a pen and paper and do it, then do it on pen and paper. But whatever way you do it mindfully and be fully engaged in the process, because mind mapping isn't just about the structure, it's about the process that you undertake. When you make a mind map, you are not just jotting down the information, but you are actually getting involved in the process, taking information from your brain, thinking, organizing information, and in the process you actually learn way faster. Ideas come up very nicely. You tend to get more creative. Often a lot of solution comes up while mind mapping. Now here are some pro tips for mastering mind mapping. Number 1, keep it simple. Do not overcomplicate your mind maps with too many branches and too many information. Ensure that your mind maps always have just keywords and not long sentences and paragraphs. And another pro tip here is that always review and refresh your mind map. Reviewing and refreshing your mind map at spaced interval actually helps you retain the information and also gives a signal to your brain and remember all that you have mind mapped. I'll talk more about this in another video, how repetition and review helps. But for today, the pro tip here is do not forget to review and refresh your mind map. And here is a bonus tip. I call it the 1-minute recap hack. Here's what you need to do. Every time you complete creating a mind map, challenge yourself to explain the map loudly to yourself in just 1 minute. Yes, this will force your brain to process, organize, and retain the information, and hence whatever you have read will stick to your brain. And there you have it, a complete step-by-step guide on how to mind map, even if you have never done it before. And this is just the beginning. Follow me for more videos on advanced techniques of mind mapping. And now it's your turn. Grab a piece of paper, take a pen, and start mind mapping right now.